you're a non-U.S. entrepreneur looking to start a business in the United States, one of the first questions you're going to face is, should you register as a sole proprietor or form an LLC? Today, we're breaking down the differences, the pros and cons of each, and by the end of this video, you'll know which one is a better fit for your specific situation. Also, guys, if you're new here, my name is Sam, and this channel is dedicated to helping business owners and entrepreneurs like yourself with everything they need to know about LLCs. Before we hop into the video, just wanted to say that this is all for educational purposes only. It's not financial advice, so please seek a professional to see what's right for your specific situation. With that said, let's jump right in. A sole proprietorship is the simplest business structure. It's basically just you doing business under your own name or a trade name without creating a separate legal entity. An LLC, a limited liability company, is a separate legal entity that you own. This separation is key because it can protect your personal assets if something goes wrong in your business, but you have to do everything correctly, and we'll talk a little bit about that later on. So why does this matter for non-US entrepreneurs? Well, the US is very friendly to foreign owners starting companies here. You don't need to be a US citizen to form an LLC in the United States. You can form one completely online, and you can even open a US business bank account to start doing business globally. But before you rush into it, let's compare the two options side by side. First, liability protection. As a sole proprietor, there is no separation between you and your business. If your business gets sued or you have debts, your personal assets are at risk. This is your house, your car, and your personal savings. They're all going to be on the line. And with an LLC, your business is legally separate from you. If your business, in the unfortunate case that your business gets sued, only your business assets are at risk, not your personal property. This is the number one reason why most entrepreneurs choose an LLC over a sole proprietorship. It's because of the liability protection. Second, let's talk about taxes. If you're a non-US resident and your business does not have effectively connected income with the United States, then you might not owe income tax at all. A sole proprietorship is not a separate entity, which can make tax reporting a bit trickier depending on your home country. An LLC is considered a pass-through entity by default. That means that profits pass through to you and you report them in your home country under its tax rules. The LLC structure also gives you flexibility if your situation changes later on. You can elect different tax treatments or even add partners or investors. Third is credibility and banking. When you're operating as a sole proprietor from outside of the US, opening a US business bank account can be a bit hard. Banks and payment processors like PayPal and Stripe typically prefer to see a formal business entity like an LLC. Having an LLC will make you look more professional to American partners and clients. Imagine just sending an invoice from your personal name like John Smith versus Smith Consulting LLC. The second one just sounds a lot more formal. Fourth is setup and cost. A sole proprietorship is almost free to start. You might just need a local business license or a DBA, which is doing business as, and you're off and running. An LLC has upfront cost and requires registration in a US state. Most non-US founders choose states like Delaware, Wyoming, and New Mexico because they're business friendly and don't require you to live in the United States. On average, you can expect to spend between $100 to $300 to form your LLC, plus an annual fee to maintain it. And in some states like California, that's $800 per year just to have your LLC. So which one is going to be better for a non-US entrepreneur? I'd say if you're testing out an idea, you have very low risk, and you don't plan on invoicing clients yet, starting as a sole proprietorship might be fine in your home country. But if you want liability protection, easier access to US banks and payment processors, more credibility with American clients, and the flexibility to grow and bring on partners, then forming an LLC is almost always the smarter choice long term. Also, here's a quick bonus tip. If you do form a US LLC as a foreign entrepreneur, you'll want to apply for an employer identification number or EIN number. This is basically the US tax ID for your business, and it's required to open a business bank account. They'll help you get your EIN really easily. We'll show you that in a second. But one more thing to keep in mind. You'll need to make sure that you keep your LLC in good standing by filing your annual reports and paying your state fees. But it's usually pretty simple and can be done online. To summarize everything before we show you how to create your LLC with one of our favorite LLC formation services, a sole proprietorship is the simplest and cheapest option, but it offers zero legal protection and limited flexibility for non-US founders. An LLC costs a bit more and takes a little bit of effort to set up, but it gives you personal protection, credibility, and a structure that can really help you grow your business. So if you're serious about building your business in the US as a non-resident, the LLC is almost always going to be the better choice. All right, so now that you know that an LLC is going to offer you more protection and is almost always the better choice, we're going to show you how to create your LLC with one of our favorite LLC formation services, Non-U.S. Registered Agent. So go ahead and click on that link down below in the description and we can join up here together to walk through their process. Once you've clicked on that link down below in the description, it should bring you to a page that looks very similar to this. Now you'll see for only $39, we can have our LLC started today. So let's go ahead and click Get Started. Now we're going to be forming a new company here. We'll go ahead and choose LLC. You can also choose corporation or nonprofit, but for the sake of this video, we're going to choose LLC. Now you'll need to choose the state in which you will do business in. For the sake of this video, we'll choose Delaware because that's a popular option for people abroad. Now you'll see for Delaware, the standard filing fee is $110 and 7 days of processing time. If you want to pay an additional $50 to have it expedited, you can get it in 4 days, or you can pay an additional $100 to have 1 day processing. We'll just go ahead and choose that $110, the standard option. Let's go ahead and click continue now. We'll go ahead and name our business here, and then you can choose to send a copy of your legal notices to your attorney if you'd like. We'll go ahead and write our business purpose here now, or you can just say use generic business purpose. Now this is a very important part of the process. Non-U.S. Registered Agent gives you a free year of registered agent service with this package. Now that's an amazing offer because normally that value is anywhere from $99 to $300 or $400 per year. Basically, a registered agent is just going to keep all of your private information off the public domain. You really want to make sure that you have one so you don't have any information out there in the public. Let's go ahead and choose our registered agent for both the mailing and physical address here. Once we're finished with that, let's go ahead and click continue. And now we have to choose the management structure for our LLC. So if you're outside of the US, you might actually be hiring somebody to manage your LLC inside the US. So in this case, you'd want to have a manager managed LLC. We'll go ahead and choose that one. That might be the case for you, but if you're going to manage it yourself, then you're going to be a member managed LLC. We'll just do manager managed here, and we'll go ahead and enter the member name as well as the manager name down here. And for both of them, you want to make sure that you have our registered agent address because it's free with this package. You can add another member or a manager here too if you'd like. Let's go ahead and click continue now and go ahead and fill in these contact details here. And then once you're finished with that, go ahead and click continue. You can go ahead and enter your email address and create a password here. Next, we'll go ahead and continue. The business identity package gets you a business domain name free for 1 year, plus 90 days of a free website, a free business email, and a free business phone number. Also, you can choose these a la carte if you don't want to choose them in one big package. We'll just go ahead and leave those off for now. We don't need them right now. So let's go ahead and click continue after that. Now here is a very important part that is going to be applicable for people that are abroad. So if you're a non-US entrepreneur, you're going to want to click tax ID, and you don't have a social security number likely because you don't live in the US and you're not a resident here. So you're going to want to choose do not have social security number. Now, this is the EIN number that we talked about earlier. You can go ahead and get this by yourself if you go onto the IRS website, but they will do it all for you for the $200 fee, and you don't have to worry about all the headache of chasing it down afterwards. So I highly recommend that you choose that option to help out and streamline the process, save yourself the time later on. Now, you can also elect to have your LLC taxed as an S Corp. We won't go into too much detail about that now because we have plenty of other videos on the channel. But basically, this is a special exemption if you're making over $50,000 per year in profit. It might be a good idea to switch to an S Corp just to save money on self-employment taxes. But like I said, go watch one of our other videos. That will give you more information about that. They also offer a premium mail service, trademark service, and DBA as well. Let's go ahead and continue here to the payment option. All right, and once we've done that, let's review our package. So for $39, we get a free year of registered agent service and the waived filing fee. We have that 7-day processing fee. That money goes directly to the state, whether we go through Non-U.S. Registered Agent, another formation service, or directly to Delaware's Secretary of State website. So Non-U.S. doesn't see any of that money. You have to pay that all across the board. Compliance filing is free as well. And then we added that EIN number with no social security number because we're foreigners working from abroad. So that brings our total to $349, which is a really good deal to have your LLC set up inside the US if you're abroad. Once you're finished with that, just go ahead and click done and you'll be all set to go. Guys, that's all we have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this in the future, please leave us a like, subscribe, comment down below, and hit that notification bell for more videos like this. Also, guys, we'll leave that link to Northwest Registered Agent down below in the description. If you do choose to use our link, we do get a small referral fee at no additional cost to you. This really helps us keep creating free content like this for you. So thank you so much in advance for helping us out there. And lastly, guys, this channel is dedicated to educating new and existing business owners with everything they need to know about LLCs. We review the best platforms and tools to help you set up, manage, and optimize your LLC. So guys, thank you so much for watching. We wish you the best, and we will see you back again in the next video.